Hey everybody, welcome back. Zach and I here alongside the CEO and founder of Rock Real Estate Partners, Ramon Casaus. Last video we talked about the transition into EXP, and now we're going to take a look at our second calendar year with the organization, Ramon. What are some of the victories that have come along with this transition, and where do you see Rock Real Estate Partners with EXP going here in the next 6 months to a year?
Sure. Well, I think victories, it's easy to quantify victories in terms of growth, right? So, we grew, we've grown our organization almost 5 times the size now with EXP partnership. But I'd say more than anything, I think the energy of our agents that are so engaged and are taking advantage of this global support network and are jumping out of bed with that like sky's the limit feeling. I know it's hard to quantify that.
Yeah.
It's a little intangible, but I think just that energy that's been brought to our company from the EXP side has been huge. I also think that, traditionally, things that would have been a pain point are no longer pain points. Like, for example, an agent who, people move all the time. So right now we have an agent who's moving to, Las Vegas, one moving to Florida. Well, instead of before, hey, I'll let you know when I open up Rock in Las Vegas or I open up Rock in Florida, it's, hey, I can't wait to take the Rock brand to Florida or to Las Vegas because now we have that ability. So those would have never been conversations before we joined EXP, but now they're not just conversations, they're growth initiatives that we're pushing. And so I think that for me has been like a very exciting win to see.
And not everything's perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect model.
Right.
And I want to, get into the weeds about that just a little bit. What are some of the pain points that exist within the EXP system since we've come on board, and how have we been able to overcome those pain points?
Right. So, going into any new organization, you really have to do a good job of getting, and I say getting in the mix, right? And that means networking, asking questions, being present at presentations, engaging with your other professionals. And what's amazing about EXP is that because of the revenue share model, it's really a conglomerate of support. But what happens is you choose a sponsor. You don't have to, but be wise. You choose a sponsor who introduces you into the organization. You fall into their revenue share. Being very aware at who you're choosing and making sure that they are going to be able to set you up for success in that first 30 to 90 days and integrate you into the company so you start to learn and figure out what direction you want to go and how to take advantage of the support and the network. That wasn't a pain point for us because one of my sponsors is Tarek El Moussa and Brian Colhane, who's the co-founder of EXP. So I got a very drinking out of a fire hose, very rapid introduction into the big picture. So I'm very well versed, but I've seen that happen in other scenarios, and I'd say that's a pain point. The other pain point I would say is for new agents. I think that technology is great and it's only as good as the way you use it. And so for a new agent, learning how to sell houses is its own project that they're working on, and then now throw a digital cloud office, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a transition for a new agent. I don't know if it's necessarily the best ecosystem for a brand new agent. That's why we have our training program Defy that's set in place. But I would say that's a pain point as new agents, is really making sure that you as an organization, as Rock, has a system and a process of how we train and get agents, newer agents, integrated into the platform.
And I'll go back a little bit here to what you mentioned about you having the support of Tarek and of Brian in your revenue share pipeline. But I think it goes further than that because we have the entire support. So we have Rock Real Estate Partners. We also have the support of the agency, which is Tarek's company, and then we have Colhane companies. I mean, I made my way out to Chicago for a week to get trained with Jeremy, who's Brian's CEO up there. So it's an entire organizational support, not just the guy that brought you in looking to make a quick buck. So the support there was able to get around those pain points relatively quickly.
Yeah, and I think just when you're looking at EXP, if you're going to be following into somebody's revenue share, you want to choose that person based on what they can help you with in terms of understanding and maximizing the EXP model. So in order to do that, the person has to know what's going on. And I pride myself on making sure that we know exactly what's going on and very in tune with the company. But that does come from having an awesome upline of Tarek and Brian.
Definitely. And now we look ahead. Just a little bit further down the road. We're sitting right around 200 agents, 12 states, 3 countries. Where do you see Rock Real Estate Partners going in the next year, at the end of 2021, with this partnership with EXP?
Sure. I think, that's a loaded question because we're growing so fast. It's hard to determine where it's going to be. But, I think what's amazing, and I have to call EXP the entrepreneurs brokerage, the real estate entrepreneurs brokerage, because we have the ability to put sales teams in all parts of the state. We have our local office here. We're adding agents in Mexico, in India, and across the country. And so what my goal is to continue to build out our network and, as the Rock mission goes, to be the most trusted and elite real estate experience in the world. Continue to develop our leaders, continue to develop their careers, and teach people how to create awesome experiences for their clients. I know that's not quantifiable like a number or anything.
No, and I think that's what it's all about.
But yeah, and I think, the amazing part is like there's no limit to that.
Yeah.
You don't have limits on state lines. You don't have limits on how many agents you could support. I mean, it's just, it really is the sky's the limit.
And you're able to maintain the identity that we had as an independent brokerage for the last 4 years while doing that. Well, Ramon, thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Of course, anytime.